Come on, Judy, don't get too upset. I know someone on the parole board, and I'm sure there's a way round it. The most important thing is that you find suitable accommodation. Now, have you got any ideas?
Oh, well, see, I've lost contact with most of my friends since I've been in here.
Well, isn't there anyone you could ask?
Well, I was pretty close to Pauline, my friend, but I haven't seen her in ages.
Well, I think you should try her. I mean, if you were that close.
We were very close. See, she's married now. I don't think her husband likes me very much.
Look, I think you should try her. We'll explain the situation. I mean, it's surprising how your friends rally when they know that you need them. Besides, she can only say no.
All right. I'll give you her address. It's... Right? Thanks very much. You've been fantastic, especially with the strike and everything.
All part of the service.
Your mail, Branch.
Oh, it's from Laurie.
Weren't you supposed to be collecting the dirty plates from this girl, Mrs.
Yes, I was just speaking to Judy about her parole.
A little beyond the call of duty, isn't it?
I do have an interest in prisoner welfare, Mrs. Powell. Judy, I'll come back to see you when I've spoken to Pauline.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Was that necessary?
What?
Comments like that in front of the prisoners.
Meg, if you're on strike, you're on strike. So I don't see the point, and you're going out of your way to find extracurricular activities. Steve's arrived to relieve your shift, but Mrs. Davidson wants to see you before you go.
Certainly. I'll just take these to the kitchen.
Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Morris? Listen, what date is my parole hearing?
The 14th, why?
Laurie's getting married on the 16th. She wants me to be there, and I reckon I can make it to Queensland then.
Yes, you could, but don't count your chickens. Anything could happen.
Well, you said yourself there's always a way around things. You know something? I wrote to her and I said, just forget about me. But no, she went right ahead and told her fiancé all about me. And he's been fantastic.
Oh, don't you raise your hopes too high.
Oh. Brisbane, here I come.
Just what right has Mrs. Morris got to publicly criticize departmental policy? I've always thought of her as responsible, but that's...
She is only stating the union's demand. She is the elected representative.
And talking of elections, it isn't too soon before the state elections. That's why the minister's up in arms about this.
I do not condone Mrs. Morris's actions any more than you do, but I will not have the prisoners in my care used as a political shuttlecock.
Erica, you are an employee of the department just as much as I am. We are both obliged to follow ministerial policy.
Very well. I am prepared to do that. But I would prefer to discuss this with Mrs. Morris myself.
Why?
Because I don't want the situation aggravated by things said in the heat of the moment. Well?
Oh, all right, I'll leave it to you.
Come in.
What's wrong with him?
That.
I see.
Meg, I do wish you had done things properly and gone through the correct channels. You know how the department feels about unauthorized press statements.
Yes, and now they know what we think of running a prison like the Spanish Inquisition.
Nevertheless, they decide the policy.
Yes, from a city office block miles away from the women. Oh, come on, Erica. You believe in a lighter approach to imprisonment the same as we do.
Maybe, but my hands are tied by the department.
That's always your excuse.
It is not an excuse, it is a reason. You seem determined to make something out of being union representative.
It's nonsense.
Is it? I don't think it is. Ever since you vied with Colleen Powell for the promotion, you have been intent on fighting the system.
Rubbish. Of course I was disappointed when Colleen was promoted over me, but it hasn't affected my attitude in the least.
Hasn't it? Well, I think it has. In my position as governor, it is my job to keep an eye on the attitude of the staff.
Very well. I had hoped that we could use our friendship to work this dispute out rationally. But as you point out, you're the governor and I'm the union stirrer. Perhaps if you'd got to your position by patrolling corridors and breaking up catfights for years, you'd have my attitude too. Obviously, having a university degree gives you a greater insight into other people.
Meg.
I don't think there's anything more to say at this stage, do you?
How's it going?
Oh, wonderful. Keep on like this, we could be on strike until Christmas.
That good, eh?
That good.
Meg, do we get normal night shift rates while we're on strike?
Is money all you think about?
No. Occasionally I think about women, but mainly money.
Believe it or not, there's more to this job than that. Now, if you don't take an interest in it, you'll get bored, and then you'll do it badly.
I do take interest. 10% from the building society.
That's all it means to you, isn't it? A joke. Lots of funny women locked away from their families and friends because they made a mistake or did something the society didn't approve of. Ha, ha, ha.
Hey, now, I didn't
Now,
mean...
the answer to your question is yes. You will get night shift rates for a normal working week. Good night.
Yes, well, thank you for calling, Mr. Fletcher, but there's no need for you to come in. It looks as though this strike could go on for some time, and you may have to work all through tomorrow night, so I suggest you get a good night's rest. Yes, of course. Goodbye. Come in.
Everything all right, Mrs. Davidson?
Yes, Mrs. Powell is taking the east wing, so I suggest you patrol blocks G, H, and Solitary.
All right. Are you leaving now?
Yes, I certainly am. I'll be at home if you want to contact me.
Okay. Good night, Mrs. Davidson.
Good night.
I take it the strike's going ahead?
Yeah, it looks like it. The department won't back down in a hurry.
Oh, neither they should. There's no point in treating those bitches with kid gloves.
I take it you didn't vote for the strike then?
Well, I had to go with the majority, didn't I? Anyway, why are we talking about work? We're about to have a lovely candlelit dinner.
I'll drink to that.
Come on in if you're good looking.
I thought you were still asleep.
Oh, it's you. No, nobody could sleep in here with only one threadbare blanket. The place is like a bloody fridge.
It's not supposed to have all the comforts of home.
No. But some of them wouldn't hurt. Like a nice warm body to cuddle up to. Anyone ever tell you you're nice? Any other screws on duty with you?
No. Mrs. Powell's over in D block.
This is my last night here. Better make the most of it.
Gonna have to go in a minute.
All right. I know you can't stand my company. You're very quiet.
Janet, I do enjoy your company. But I think you're getting things a bit out of perspective.
How do you mean?
Well, as long as we enjoy being with each other and we're friends, it doesn't have to lead on to anything more serious.
Are you trying to tell me that you don't want us to see each other anymore?
No, of course not. I'm just saying that I don't want to be tied down to one relationship.
There's someone else?
No, there's not.
You think I'm trying to smother you? Now, you are just trying to squirm out of this.
No, that'd be ridiculous. Hell, I can't even talk sanely to you.
You can't even talk at all.
Would you just calm down a bit?
Now, just because I care for someone and cook for them and sleep with them doesn't mean that I want to marry them.
All right. What if I told you that I couldn't take you out next week because I was going out with somebody else?
I knew it. There is someone else.
No, there's not. It might as well be the way you're going on.
I just don't understand why you want to end the relationship unless there is someone else.
I don't want to end it. I just want to cool it a bit, that's all.
Yeah, and what are you going to do when your new lady friend starts coming on strong?
I give up. Thanks for the meal. When you want to talk sensibly, just give me a ring, okay?
Jim? Jim! Bastard.
Fletcher.
Jim, it's me. Jim, I just want to say that it doesn't bother me if you want to go out with other women. I just want to be told about it, that's all. I don't want to be left out. I want to be part of your life.
I think we should let it rest for tonight, Janet. I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Provided you can get away from your precious job. And that'll give you another excuse to avoid me, won't it, darling?
Good night, Janet.